Hi and welcome to The Practice Gap, the podcast for closing the gap between the practice you have and the one that you want. I'm Elisabeth, a chiropractor, a business owner, coach and entrepreneur, on a mission to help you move from frustration and overwhelm to clarity, focus and joy in practice. 3, 2, 1, yeah. Hi Andre from Askeland Studios.
Thank
Welcome
you.
back.
Thank you. Getting used to coming here now.
Yeah, we love having you in our lovely office.
Yes, thank you.
Today we are going to keep talking about marketing. There are so many platforms and we are super busy practitioners, treating patients and trying to do some good there. And then now we have this immense pressure to be visible.
Yeah.
And there's so many platforms, and if I should just do marketing, I mean, it's like I would never have time to do anything else. Yeah. Where to begin? Yeah. What I would love for you to talk to about today is a person who's not really, I mean, you have your own personal Instagram or Facebook, that's about it. If I'm going to promote my services and my clinic and my stuff and my podcast, how and where to start?
How and where, yeah. The $1 million question,
yes,
right?
Yes. I know we're going to get that answer today.
So I heard this video from Gainer Vaynerchuk a few weeks back. And he's like the world-leading entrepreneur when it comes to digital marketing. And he said that every business should produce 80 pieces of content. That is 80 pieces of content each week.
Oh, that's more than 10 per day. That's like,
I mean, how?
That's a lot.
That's 11 and something every day. And I think for most businesses that's unattainable. It's not. When are you gonna have time to do your actual work, right?
Yeah.
So I think that when deciding where to do content marketing, we should start by looking at the platforms and maybe choose one.
Okay.
Yeah, so for example, you can often ask yourself, how do I use Facebook? What kind of content do you see on Facebook? Often entertainment, right? If you're an entertaining person and you like to talk about your practice in an entertaining way, maybe Facebook is for you. And then maybe you should pour all your energy into Facebook at least for some time. If you have a lot of tricks and tips and you want to share them with everyone, maybe YouTube is the right place to be, or Instagram. And maybe that's where you should focus all your energy for a while at least. Or maybe you just want to sit and talk like this and bring people in to the conversation and the discussion. Then maybe podcasting is your thing. But I think that once we try to do 80 pieces of content and we should be on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, it suddenly gets too daunting and we end up doing absolutely nothing. So maybe for a starter, just pick the platform you think you would easiest reach your audience, and just start to produce something. And I think you'll find your way after a while.
So you are, just to take some of the points from the other interviews with you, is it entertaining or is it something educational? And then see how you use social media yourself, and what kind of content you would like to share. If it's a lot of tutorials, maybe you use YouTube. Yeah. If there's more pictures and how to, maybe Instagram. Yeah. And
short text and nice images. Yeah.
And then if you are more entertaining stuff, maybe Facebook.
Yes.
And if you like to talk, like me and you, maybe choose
podcasts.
Yeah. And then maybe if you love to write long stories, maybe use a blog or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And here comes a funny thing. I have a concept I call triple down. So it means that, let's say we decide on podcast. There's little stopping us from putting up a camera and filming this conversation, right? So when we first edit the podcast, we can just as easily edit a video podcast, right? And now suddenly we have content for Spotify and YouTube.
Oh.
Right?
Yep.
And from that YouTube video, which is basically the podcast just with video, we could cut down maybe the best minute or a few bullet points and put it on Instagram, right? Or Facebook.
Yep.
And then suddenly this one podcast has turned into 3 pieces of content. And if we want to make 80 a week, that's how you have to do it. That's the only way. But I think that if we start at one platform, we can easily later on cut it down and use it several different places.
Yeah.
And you can transcribe it and put it on the blog.
Yeah. That's excellent advice. That sounds doable. So the take-home message, choose one platform and start there, and then you can always add later, but start one place. When you are into the one place, see how you can triple down, how you can turn the best of the best into smaller pieces or transcribe it and just use it more than once.
And I think that if this podcast lasted for 40 minutes, let's say, I think you could probably cut that down to 10 smaller videos with like bullet points. But I think it's better to do one platform good at the beginning than several half-ass.
That's a great advice. And on that note, thank you so much, Andre. It's been wonderful to talk with you and wonderful to have you here.
As always.
Thank you. And next week we are going to talk about making plans with your patients. That is one big topic for most people who run our practice, and I can't wait to talk about that next week.